What's up, everybody? On this video we're going to be looking at the TRX-4M Brushless Power System. You already know, so let's get to it. Alright, so this is pretty awesome. It's a cool upgrade that Traxxas dropped. It's going to have a little piece of tape here, security tape. Just cut that open to get the box open. It's going to be right on the top there and whatnot. Let's go run through some features to make sure that everybody's on the same page and knows what you're getting with this. So, brushless ECM high-powered outrunner motor. So outrunner basically means that the outside of the motor is going to spin. Retains all standard ECM function, including light control. So everything that your Traxxas TRX-4M does when you first purchase it, and you get the light kit and you plug it in and the lights work, you can make them hazard light blink and all this other stuff. You should be able to do the same thing with that. That's what that means. All right, and then it has a 3-channel feature. That's something new that they said, which I'm going to get into that later on when we start looking at it. Works with Traxxas TQ and TQI transmitters. So what I believe that is that Traxxas has a module that plugs into their transmitters. They're a little bit different. They have more controls over them and everything, and they also connect to an application on your cell phone. So now with this setup, it basically makes you compatible for that system if you want to get it. All right. It also allows you to have 3 different drive modes. We still have Sport, Trail, and Crawl, which is what the Traxxas TRX-4M has. I haven't done a video about that yet. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it now with the old system and then the new system so people can learn faster and everything. So let's jump over to the overhead, bring it in a little bit tighter, and open it up and see what we get inside. So when you first peel it open, and you open the flaps, you get this foam insert that's all the way around, laser cut. I'm joking. So you get your ECM, all right? So let's take a good look at this thing. Move that to the side so we can actually look at this thing. All right, so we get the ECM. As you can see here, we have a little antenna. That was a little fuzzy piece that was there. So on the top right here, we're gonna have the battery connection. Then right here is gonna be the motor connection. And then on the bottom, I'm gonna swing over here with this finger. On the bottom right here, you have channel 1 on the bottom, and then channel 3 right above channel 1. And then switching over to this side, you're gonna have the accessories. So these are gonna be your light controls. And then if you look really good and deep right here, you could see S plus negative, and then S plus negative in the reverse fashion. So if you're looking at this, you could tell that those little tabs are on the inner side, and then these little tabs are on this side. So they're gonna be reversed from each other. So it's hard to explain. The connection piece is gonna go in one way on the accessory side, and then you're gonna have to flip it over to put it on this side. Basically, that's what I mean. All right, we still have the mounting points that come with the standard ECM, which I have one here because I now have one on hand. So this is the big differences between the two. The one is just a little bit chunkier than the other, as we can see right here. The other big difference is going to be placement of everything. So I'm going to put them down on the floor here. We're going to try to get a little bit tighter. And then I'll show you, obviously. So the motor's placed down in this section right here, which is going to be closer to the transmission in the truck with the standard ECM. Now they placed it all the way up on the top. Over here, you can see that. And then the motor connection is down here for the standard ECM. And now you can see they changed the actual shape and location, which is going to be over here because brushless motors typically use 3 wires. So that's why you have 3 wires there. 2 here, that's pretty good because then you don't get people trying to plug in this plug into that plug and causing malfunctions and everything like that. Right? Button location has been moved used to be up here, the set button. Now it's down in the middle over here. And then these are the accessory ports, and then the actual steering, which was channel 1. So now, as you can see, you got channel 1 and 3, and then the accessory ports over here. Now, if you look at the tabs, you can see they're all facing one side over here. That's what I was talking about, the tabs in the middle. All right, so one faces one way, one faces the other. And then you have your light indicator right here in the middle here. And then the light indicator was there. The antenna, it looks like they made the antenna a little bit more longer. And the reason being is for that is probably because of the new, that TIQ or TQI system. All right, so that might be the issue with that. So those are the two big differences there. Let's go back into the box and see what else we have, which is going to be the motor. You pull the motor out. All right, you can either pull the motor out or pull the styrofoam out, get it out of your way, and then pull the motor out, which let's sit and talk about the motor and show you guys the up close on how the motor is looking. So we have the pinion gear is already going to be pressed onto the motor. So there's no way to actually, I mean, there is a way to remove it. We could pull it off as if you would pull out a nail. And everybody's like, I don't even understand how to pull out a nail because nobody uses nails anymore. No, I'm just kidding. So if I hold this up in the right direction, it says Traxxas in chrome. The full motor is black. And you can see here, this is kind of cool because if we have any issues with the wiring, it should be fairly easy to replace the wires on here, although we shouldn't have any issues with the wiring, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is supposed to be waterproof, right? I do not know if the motor's waterproof or just the ECM. I'm gonna have to look into that, or if you guys want to check the actual Traxxas website and whatnot. So then we have this long wire, the 3 cable wire, and then the new connector for the brushless system, which is going to be pretty much similar to the same wire that you would use for a servo and everything. If I hold the wire here, that's how it's basically going to be mounted. And then when the outside can turns, you can see that the pinion turns as well. All right, so that's an outboard. How do they say it? Outrunner motor. All right, let's go back into the box. You have another piece of foam. We can throw that out of the way. We don't need that. We have a little plastic here with some hardware, 2 long screws, 2 medium screws, and then a basic adapter plate, aka spacer plate. I'll show you guys how to use that on the installation video. Now, you have a good installation guide here. Well, I don't know how good you want to say it is, or do I want to say? It shows you pretty much, let's bump this down a little bit. It shows you pretty much what you need, I'm assuming, to get, roughly going. Quick installation guide right here, and then quick installation guide on how to get the motor into the transmission, if you're good with reading instructions and everything. And then good installation guide on how to put everything back. And then you have how to switch over to your different modes. I'm going to show all this in the installation. So with that being said, this is pretty much it. This is what you get in the kit, and that's what we looked at. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do not see anything around here real quick that says that it is waterproof, but in the back of the box you do have a whole bunch of these dimensions, so if you want to, you can pause the screen right there and read the back of the box. The kV on the motor is going to be 3,350 kV. It goes for about like anywhere from 108, 59 to whatever. People are charging 120, I believe it is. It's supposed to be from Traxxas 120, so with after taxes it comes close. It comes out to 117, 118. This is going to be the part number. It is going to be part number 62 TRX-4M. So if you jump on Traxxas' website and you can't find the motor right away or the ECM combination, 6250, and this will pop up and it'll list everything. If you lose your manual and installation instructions, so on and so forth, you can download them if you're looking for them in a different language. I believe they have English, French, and Spanish are going to be the languages that are in there. So check that out. Other than that, again, pretty much done here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. When we do the installation video, it's going to be on the actual Traxxas High Trail. We're going to be doing 2 different video parts, which is going to be putting it into the standard transmission, and then we're going to put it into the 2-speed transmission. And at the end of each video, they're going to be long, but at the end of each video, you're going to see a little run. And then the Defender, it's modified and it runs, and it has the 2-speed and the brushless system in it. And for right now, it's running really good. I'm very pleased with it. With that being said, my name is Hugo. Thank you guys for watching Urban Crawlers. Later.